how volunteers, how donors, how athletes who did a lot of work this year with us. And yeah, it really is a special time. So we are very excited to have you all, and we will be sharing a short presentation, but really this is mostly about the different people in our community, and we'll get to that very soon. Miriam, do you want me to share my screen or do you want to share?
I'm either one. That's fine. Happy for you to share. Still having a few people joining.
Okay, let me do that. Wow, I haven't been on Zoom in a while. That tells you a lot about the past few months for me. My family moved back to California, and I've been taking care of my two kids quite a bit. All right, here we are. So yes, this is year-end celebration. And to kick it off, we wanted to share with you something that Martina, who is actually here on this call, has worked on with us. And Martina has helped us with our brand voice, but this is something that we felt was a good way to recenter everyone. Um, Martina, do you want to read what you put together
Uh,
here? It might be better
Happy
than me.
to. Yeah, as Pauline said, as we were working on the voice, I don't know, I just wrote this down, then I sent it over, and I was like, okay, this could work. Again, it might be still work in progress, but happy to share with you. It's more the intent. All right, we care about you, but we don't care if you won or you came in last. We don't care if you made it to the Olympics or stopped first year in college in D3. We don't care if you got too old to play, or you got benched, or God forbid, dropped. We don't care if your body gave up, or your mind decided you had enough. We don't care if you already have a job, or you're juggling 15 different ones. We don't care if you already have a team, or if you always fly solo. We don't care about nationality, gender, ethnicity. We don't even care what sport you played. We care because we don't care. We care because the first step in life after sport can be hard. We care because we are your team beyond sport.
Thank you. We thought that was a great way to ground everyone and really the mission and what we are trying to accomplish here with this community. And as we get into this year and look at the numbers, we have made incredible progress thanks to all of you. And so those are some just highlights. And we have increased by 55% the number of athletes we've supported this year. We've pretty much doing the same things that we've always done. So we are very proud of that growth this year. We have delivered so many hours of programming from group coaching cohort to one-on-one programs to those monthly huddles and transition talks. And overall, like when we look at the exit forms from all our programs, like the experience rating is high, as well as like how athletes feel when they complete a program with us. And so we've been monitoring this over time, and so we can track our progress. And really, this is a time to celebrate. And we couldn't achieve this without the volunteers. And we have over 33 that are actively engaged, and that doesn't include the amazing coaches as well who teach in our programs. And of course, like the supporting community of athletes, over 748 and counting today. So yes, thank you so much, everybody. And we wanted to share those achievement as it is for us really something that keep driving us and keep doing better every year. And then a couple of highlights from just the year. Last year, we secured a 4-year funding for athletes, so that really helped us um, plan better and also get out of some key changes that we wanted to make. And one of them is we welcome our first athlete success manager role. We pretty much manage all our one-on-one programs. And so Katie, I know you can't be in the call this morning, but we really do wanted to say a big thank you to you for the excellent work that you've put in and all the help this year. We also have renewed our group coaching program, which is really the key program for us and the entry program. And so a lot of our coaches have been trained on this year, and we're also actually providing great feedback. and Miriam and Grace have worked really hard on like making it even better. So more on this to come next year. And then the last key thing that we've worked on in collaboration with Jared Smith and Dr. Dane Zimmett is a transition tool, pretty much that can assess like where you're at when you are transitioning away from competitive sports to give you an overview of how you're doing and what are the things that you can work on and what are the things where you are really strong, really to give you some sort of a compass to empower you to forward your next steps. So this will be launched in January, and so we are very excited for those additional tools for our community. And then Miriam and I will probably share this, but we want to do a couple of like shout out and awards. So we started doing this last year, and this is very special to recognize a couple of people really truly made a huge difference this year. Miriam, do you want to start with the coach of the year?
Yes, I do. The coach of the year is Steve Davis. I think Steve is on the call. I saw his name come through.
I'm here.
Steve has simply been like incredible this year. And obviously, all of our coaches are amazing. We have an incredible group of people. I got to watch every single cohort and everybody coaching, and it's super inspiring to be part of it and listening to everybody's style and story. But Coach Steve has been super inspiring, engaged, participating. He's also like helping with all of our transition talk, providing great feedback on a lot of different things. He's also hosting and facilitating all the networking sessions that we do at the end of each cohort. So can't be more excited to have you in the community. It's been a pleasure working with you this year. I cannot wait to continue next year. We're actually planning everything at the moment for next year and already have our dates secured. So yeah, I think this is very well deserved, and we're truly grateful to have you with us, Steve. And I think for those who don't know you, I'd love for you to maybe share a little bit about who you are, and maybe what you do outside of Athlete Soul, and then yeah, anything else you want to add.
Well, first, I just wanted to say thank you to you, Pauline, Grace, the rest of the team. This has been fun to really get really active in the group coaching program this year, and supporting some of the stories with transition talks. And for me, I just love this space of helping people, with their identity and finding themselves outside of sports. It's what I do with my work as well. On top of all this, I've been all over the place, speaking at places, working locally with some high schools, partnering with the NCAA on some coaching clients. But really, for me, for those who don't know me, I'm a former football player, and obviously a transition coach now. But my focus is really on using like life design and helping people to find themselves and find fulfillment as they go towards the next chapter in their lives, and whether that's in conversations, through coaching, through workshops, whatever that may be. I'm always just interested in being in that space. So appreciate the partnership here, and I'm looking forward to keeping it going.
Oops, too soon. Awesome. Thanks so much, Steve. It's really been a pleasure to have you, and thank you for raising your hand to help us with the transition talks too. That is really important for us. Next up is the Mentor of the Year. Christiana, congratulations. We've received incredible feedback from the athlete you supported, and you've been pretty much present at every single event that we've hosted in LA and virtually for Athletes Soul. And so thank you so much for being like so involved and giving back to our community of athletes. You've really truly made a difference.
Thank you so much. It's been such a good experience, and I really loved doing it. So I'm very grateful and honored.
Miriam, do you want to do salmon?
Sure. So the next award goes to Salman Sultani, who is also on the group. She's our most inspiring story of the year. Salman reached out to us after the Paris Olympics. So she's an Olympian in kayaking in Paris. She's an incredible story. She worked first in our group coaching and also one-on-one with Katie. And yeah, she's had an incredible story. I hope that we've helped her as much as we can, and we'll continue to do that. And Salman, I don't know if you have anything to say here, or if you want to share a little bit where you're at now in your journey, perhaps. Where are you? Is she still here?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you very much here, and thank you for all your help after still here. And so I think I don't know if you know me or no, but I'm a former artistic swimmer, and I participate in kayaking at the Paris Olympics. And right now I'm in Greece in a training camp on the way to LA. And I just decided to continue for 1 or 2 or 3 more Olympics. You will see, and I'm very happy. And yeah, so I just send you lots of positive energy and keep going, keep smiling, keep enjoying your life, and yeah, wish you all the best.
Thank you, Salman, and for joining us from Greece. I know it's a little bit on the later side from all of you in Europe. We also want to recognize Martina, who you heard a little bit at the beginning of the call. So Martina joined us this year and is a new board member of Athlete Soul. She's worked for Nike in marketing and brand for many, many years. And she's done an incredible work helping us better define Athlete Soul's voice and brand. And you will see all of those efforts coming to life next year. And yes, we really wanted to thank you for being what we call the heart of Athlete Soul, in the sense that you were able to transcribe what we do as a community into something tangible that we can share with others. So Martina, thank you so much for everything you've done this year. It's really making a big impact and will continue over the next few years.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very grateful for this. It's a kind of an easy job when your heart is aligned with the mission of Athlete Soul. So yeah, I'm glad I found you guys early this year, and I'm really proud to continue to support you in this journey and be part of this community. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take the next one. So the Community Builder Award goes to Roberto, who is also on the call, I believe. Roberto has been a long time member, supporter of Extraordinaire Athlete Soul, board member, mentor. This year, he made a huge effort for the Run for the Soul and was the winner of, I guess, our fundraiser, in the sense that he raised the most funds for the organization in running 7 marathons in 7 days, which I don't know if many of us can top this. It was truly incredible to see his effort and be part of the Run for the Soul at the same time as him. And so, yeah, Roberto, thanks for your inspiration for all these years, and always being positive and participating in the organization. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the back of a car in Angola, so the sun's going down, so I'm not sure if you could see me. But yeah, just an honor to be a part of this and helping as much as I can, and excited on more things for 2026. So yeah, happy holidays to everybody.
Thanks, Roberto. And it's so nice to see everybody from all over the world joining to be part of this call today. I'm glad that you could make it, Roberto. I'd love to take the last one, Pauline, for Val, who also has been a long time member of Athlete Soul. She was one of the I guess, original with Sarah and I back in 2019 or even 2018. Um, she's truly the quiet force of the organization. You won't see her very much on camera. She won't speak very loudly, but she's always on point. And Val has been in charge of our operations for many years now. She does all the things that I guess some of us find boring. She's, in charge of accounting and insurance, and her and I work closely together on a lot of just running the organization. She's totally awesome. And we're really, I don't think we could do this without you, Val. So this is very long deserved, and I'm glad that we can recognize you here. And I
Oh,
don't know
well,
if
thank you so much. Yeah, it's been so meaningful to be part of Athlete Soul all these years and just continuing to see it grow and be part of the community is really special to me. And I'm excited to see what we continue to do in 2026.
Thank you, Val. And thank you to everybody. Obviously, there are so many people that we are recognizing here today. There's a lot more people that we would want to recognize. This is truly an incredible community. And I can't, we wouldn't have enough time to like shout out to everybody today, but everything we do is only possible because you guys are all here. What truly started with a few people has grown way beyond me, Val, Pauline, and everybody. And it's really exciting to see how each person contributes to this organization. So thank you, guys.
Exactly. And I think as we do this every year, like I feel like we would need to create a bunch of additional awards that we felt like those special things were like the Heart of Athlete Soul, the Mentor of the Year, Coach of the Year, and the different awards were really some of the key things that make the organization different and special. And so, of course, we couldn't do it without all of your help and everybody, especially everybody in this call today. So we want to recognize also our board members. We could see the faces on the right side specifically, both from our board members on the board of director, but also our advisors. So thank you so much to all of you for bringing your expertise and dedicating time every year and every month for Athlete Soul and to help us grow. We did put together this year our first like real impact report. So we'll be sharing that with the community, and you will be able to see all the different things and all the details around the different programs and activity and testimonials from our beneficiaries. So we are very excited to share that with all of you. Miriam, anything else you want to add, or any of the board members who are on the call? If there's anything more you want to share with the community, please do jump in.
We had a change of board this year with quite a few new faces. So in our board of director, Martina has joined, LJ, who's been volunteering with us for quite a few years. Romain is our treasurer. Who else has joined the board of director? Pauline. Sarah has been with us for a long time. Val, Tanya, some faces that you may know, and then we have lots of advisors as well. So Adam, Todd, Erin, Kevin, so people that have been with us for a few years, and then people that are new this year. So we have quite a large group of people helping from the board part, plus a lot of volunteers. And so I'm going to take you through this kind of who makes our team, as well as what we are planning for 2026. And this can be a conversation, so feel free to interrupt if you have any questions or if there's anything that's not clear. We have plenty of time, and this can be quite interactive. So let's do that. So yeah, the message is the team definitely continues to grow. And like I said, we started small, but we have a pretty large group of people involved with the organization now at a lot of different levels. Still fairly volunteer-led. So we have 9 board members that are voting members. We have 8 advisory members who help on the mental health side, legal, supporting on the sponsor side, fundraising, etc. We have 7 master coaches. So those are the coaches who are leading our group coaching program. And that includes Katie, who is also our athlete success manager, and then Steve that you have met for the coach of the year. I think Megan is also on the call today from the master coaches. And then we have an additional 5 coaches, and we may extend to 2 more this year. We have grown to a very large number of mentors. So we have a roster of 40 mentors. Christiana was one of them. Roberto is a mentor. I think Canyon is on the call as well. I saw that. There's quite a few. Conrad. And so our mentors work one-on-one with the athletes, just like our coaches as well. They do so in a volunteer fashion. They're all former athletes. We have people from a lot of different sports and backgrounds. I mentioned about Katie as our athlete success manager. Katie is actually also going to be managing the group coaching program in 2026. So this year she was mostly focused on the one-on-one work, and now she's like taking over kind of the coordination of all of our key programs. And so she's helping run the group coaching program. And then for the one-on-one, what she does is individual call with each of our athlete beneficiaries, and she helps place them in the appropriate program for them and find the right mentor as well. And then she does a lot of the follow-up with the athletes too. We had an intern this year, Grace, who just finished her internship. She did it from August to December. She's helped update again our group coaching program and create a self-paced course. Grace has been amazing. She's worked with a lot of us. She's also helped with our monthly huddle, and we've decided to actually keep her on board as a contractor for next year. So we'll have more information about what Grace will be doing in the future next year, but we wanted to recognize here. It's really nice to see one of the intern then become a part of the organization. So and that's been great. We'll continue to do our internship program. That's been really successful. Some of our interns have become beneficiaries as well. Some were interned back several years ago and came to participate in the program. Others have been interned now and after just transition into the program. Sometimes it's the other way around. So that has been a really nice way to provide some work experience for athletes in a flexible way, which is not always easy for them to find when they're in college or competing. And then we've had a lot of people just sign up to help with the organization and volunteer some hours this year. So definitely a very dynamic and growing team from all over the world. So I'm going to start touching base on the program for 2026 because it's really the heart of what we do. Of course, there are other things like our operation, our fundraising, and outreach, but we really do the other things for this. So I wanted to update you on what's coming in 2026. Our goal is to support over 100 athletes. This year we were to date, I think we're at 93. So we may make it to 100 by the end of the year, but next year we want to grow that even further. We currently have the group coaching program, the one-on-one mentoring, and the one-on-one coaching. We've just updated our group coaching program so that the new group coaching program will launch in February. And at the same time, we're launching a new self-paced course. And then in January, we're also launching the assessment tool. So I'll explain these 2 new elements. The assessment tool is a short questionnaire that athletes can take to evaluate sort of their preparedness and their readiness for life beyond sports. So we ask them questions related to identity and their preparation for athletic retirement, and we give them recommendation based on this. They get like a specific profile and recommendation on what to focus on and how to better prepare. And we recommend also some of our programs related to that. So this was developed with Dr. Daniel Zimet, who conducted the athlete transition study with his team several years ago. And so we've really been inspired by this research and wanted to continue it and expand it. So this is what it is. And this will serve sort of at like the first step into the soul journey for a beneficiary that comes to the organization. When someone signs up as a member, so they get access to this tool, they'll also get access to the self-paced course, which sort of aligns with the live group coaching as well. At the moment, we get a lot of athletes who sign up for our community. They take advantage of the self-paced resources, the transition talk, the community, sometimes the monthly huddle, but they don't always use the coaching or the mentoring. And so we would like to provide something for them to do more at their own pace. So the self-paced course is sort of inspired by the group coaching without the engagement piece, I would say. So it's very educational. We have 11 modules of each has 3 videos related to emotional intelligence, identity building, personal development, career preparation, etc. And then they have some exercises that they can do as well. So an athlete who signs up with Athlete Soul can actually participate just in the self-paced course, or they can pair it with the live group coaching session. And when they do that, they join our weekly live session with the coaches. We generally have anywhere between 5 to 12 people in the group coaching session. Some of you guys have participated in the group coaching this year. This will be slightly different next year because we have removed some of the more theoretical part from it, and it's really just exercises and engagement with our coaches. So it's going to be very interactive, a lot of discussion, and we're really here trying to build community while supporting the athletes and making sure that they get to know each other as well. And then once they finish a group coaching program, they have access to the one-on-one support. And that can be in the form of the mentoring or in the form of the coaching, with the coaching being a little bit more intensive. And the coaching is really more for someone who may be more at risk and has some pretty intense challenges, typically for someone who's had a sudden retirement or really challenges related to like loss of identity, things like that. So like I said, we're trying to reach 100 plus athletes next year supported. We'll do this through 3 cohorts to start with for the group coaching. We'll have 12 scholarships for the mentoring, so that's 1 per month. And then 12 scholarships for the coaching as well, so 1 per month. So we'll support 2 athletes individually per month, plus the group coaching, the self-paced course, and the assessment tool. So lots of things coming up and lots of resources available for athletes. Okay, so how do we do all of this? For some of you may not know how we kind of like split our operations. We have 4 areas that we look at. So operations would be all the things that make the organization run. It's basically me and Pauline and Romain, the accounting, the insurance, all the silly things like our mail, all the basics. So this is quite well under control. We don't have any specific project related to that for next year. And then we have 3 main areas: program excellence, athlete advocacy and outreach, and then sustainable revenue. And we split the members of our board of director and advisory board between these different areas. So each individuals work on specific projects. So Under program excellence, we obviously have our program running, but we also have several other projects that are in development that are led by Cohen. I don't know if Cohen is on our call today. And she's working closely with a lot of our board members and advisors to help on this project. So one will be to develop a professional membership for athletes also, that this is for individuals that are working in the mental health space, or perhaps as counselor in sports, or for sports for universities in the athletic department. We are looking at certifying, so getting accreditation for some of our programs, the group coaching, some of the huddle, some of the training that we offer to coaches, to be able to provide credit units under the professional membership. So we're trying to spread what we do and enable other professional in the field to also train and learn from the programs that we have. Cohen and the team also have been working on a mental health referral list of providers that can support some of our athletes on the mental health, but more the clinical side, which is something we don't offer. So that's one of the projects, and perhaps bringing back the Feed the Soul Summit, which is a summit that we used to do virtually a few years back that was specifically towards the supporting ecosystem in the sports world. So we're talking about like your sports coaches, your strength trainers, your medical staff, the counselors at school, all of the people that work around the athletes. It could be the parents as well, and how we can educate them about Athlete Soul and what we do in athletic retirement, and how they can better support the athletes in that space. So those are some of the projects we have for next year. On the athlete advocacy and outreach, to give you a little bit of context, we haven't really done a lot of outreach in the last 5 years or 6 years of our existence. Pretty much all of the athletes who've participated in our programs have been referred to the organization or coming organically through Google searches. And so now we really want to be more thorough and thoughtful and have a bigger influence with what we do and spread the word more widely about what we do. So we have a large number of people from the board and the advisory boards who are helping with the outreach. They're led by LJ, who I think is on the call. And so one of the first project was Martina's refresh of our brand voice, which is still undergoing. This group will also be working on an engagement playbook. So that means like, how do we connect with athletes directly, but also sporting organization, potentially agents, and all of the different individuals and organizations that are within this sports ecosystem, so that we can increase the number of athletes who participate in our program. So this is really the effort of outreach. Like, how do we get more athletes within the program? How do we spread the word about Athlete Soul and what we do? And then finally, under sustainable revenue is, how do we increase our fundraising and stabilize our funding so that we can continue to do everything we do at a bigger scale and over the long term in a sustainable fashion. Like Pauline said, we were lucky to have a multi-year donation last year, and we want to repeat this. We want to increase also what we raise through the Run for the Soul fundraiser, but also some of the donation that we receive on a regular basis, mostly from former athletes. So this effort is led by Pauline. She's working also with Artem, with one of our volunteers, and we are always looking for people to support on that side as well. So if anybody is interested, that's one of those things you can take part in.
And Miriam, one thing to add on this is we just recently relaunched what we call a premium membership, which is pretty much if you would like to make contribution financially to Athletes Soul. We've offered different level of support and some benefit attached to it. This is specifically designed for former athletes who might not have the time to volunteer or want to volunteer and help us financially. So we always try to rely on this amazing community, whether that's you or someone you know that cares about athletes beyond sports and their well-being. Please spread the word about the premium membership. Super.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that was my only little salesy plug recently. Thanks, everyone.
So I'm going to share a little bit about how you can help. I think most people that are on this call are already helping a ton. So thank you already for everything you do. We're not necessarily asking you to do anything else because this call is recorded and shared with the community. I also want to make sure that those who are not here get a chance to understand how they can contribute. And you know, our program are fantastic. We get really good reviews from the athletes who participate in the program. And so my biggest ask to all of you is please continue to refer athletes to the community and the programs and help us spread the word about the organization. If you ever come across someone who may need our support, feel free to let them know. They can reach out to me or Pauline, or they can simply visit the website if they want something anonymous. So this is always the biggest support that you can provide. If you want to get involved further in the outreach effort, this year will be the year where we make a big push. We want to reach out to NGBs. We want to reach out to agencies, leagues, from the organizational side, but also athletes directly, the athlete representative from different organizations, but also within the NCAA. So if you're interested in speaking to athletes or organization that you're part of about Athletes Soul, let us know. We'll be recreating a set of tools that you'll be able to use and receive some guidance. So that's definitely something that you can take part in. Like Pauline said, you can support as a premium member. If you can afford it, and you can share with us a little bit in terms of becoming a member recurrently over time. This is really helpful for us because it helps us kind of have a longer term vision and support like the base of the organization so that we know how to plan better each year after year. You can take part in the fundraiser for Run for the Soul. The 2026 Run for the Soul will be in September again. I don't have the date on top of my head, but generally it's after Labor Day. So the second week of September, this is a 1-week event. It will take about 2 weeks of your time if you decide to participate, because there is some time to prepare, get you set up, and then sometimes to actually raise the funds. This is a peer-to-peer fundraiser. That means like you use your network and your family and friends to help us raise funds on behalf of the organization. You don't necessarily need to do some fitness or some running or some walking. Everybody sort of choose their own version. But it's a really fun event, and we're hoping to use the inspiration from Roberto this year to do a few crazy challenges next year as well. So we shall see how that turns. And then other ways, we are looking for some people to help us with our social media channels. So if that's something you're interested, or if you know of someone who is interested to help with that, let us know. If you're not a mentor and you're interested in becoming a mentor, feel free to let me know as well. I'll have Katie reach out to you and send you some further information about this. All of you are welcome to participate in our group coaching program. So the way it works, the group coaching, most of the spots are available to the beneficiary. So the current or the recently retired athletes, but we keep a few spots for former athletes as well. And so it is open to the community, and you're welcome to participate in those. It's a great way to kind of learn about how we do the coaching, get to know the athletes, but kind of see this live in action. We have 3 cohorts coming up this year. The first one will start in February and will run until April, and then May running until the end of July, and then mid-September running until the beginning of December. And yeah, if you haven't shared your story and you're keen to tell us about your athletic journey, your retirement from sport, and what you've done since, also let us know. And we'll organize a transition talk with Steve, and we'll share your story through that effort. So those are examples on how you can get more involved if you're interested in doing that. But otherwise, we also just are very, very happy with everybody's contribution. And yeah, it's been really a pleasure to see the growth this year. We merged with Extraordinaire and with Pauline's organization a couple of years back, and it's truly, really now we can say that we've landed really well, and it's really helped the 2 organizations get to the next level. So thank you, everybody. And yeah, I think you're all a very good reflection of where we're trying to get the organization. I'm going to pause. Do you guys have any questions about any of the programming or comments, anything you want to share?
Maybe I have a question for you and Pauline. What is the one thing you're most proud of, and the one thing you're most looking forward to 2026?
It's a good question. I can start, and I'll just think as I speak. But I think for me the proudest thing is just to see how many people have joined the cause and have donated some of their time and have contributed. And that there are so many things that works without me those days, which wasn't the case when we first started. And so that has been really incredible to see the amazing people and the caliber of people who've joined and helped us along the way. And then the thing that I'm most excited, I think, coming from just a marketing background, I have to say, Martina, I'm very excited to finally improve some of the things that have been bugging me on the communication and brand side. And of course, like joining also was group coaching sessions at times. The networking is very humbling when we do meet, the people we help every day and see how we've made an impact in their life is also very exciting every single time.
I think, Martina, for me, what I'm the most proud of is to really truly feel that each individual in the organization is aligned in terms of value. Like I'm excited to work with everybody every single day. Like it's been incredible to connect and get to know every individual and work with all our coaches and mentors and the athletes. And yeah, I don't think there's one day where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. So that has been really exciting and rewarding. What I'm the most excited about for next year, I have to say, is that we are much more prepared and able to plan in advance than we did in the past. And so knowing that everything is working, the operations working, the programs are working, we have amazing coaches, we have dates, it's scheduled, it's planned, so that we can actually really focus on things that will help us gain further momentum and expand. And when you work for a small organization or a startup, at the beginning that your head is down doing tons of different things, and you can never get your head up to like look past what's in front of you. And I feel like we finally have that time to do that. And that's super exciting. And it's only possible because we have so many people involved in helping just run the organization. So it's a truly like moving forward effort for everybody, and it's very exciting to see that.
Thank you.
I had a good success story, or at least I think what the whole point of this thing is, which is I did my first mentorship this year, and the transitioning athlete, Trent Mayfield, he's currently in Rome, basically pursuing his dream. And I think at the beginning of the mentorship program, that might have been scary to him, but through a lot of talk about it, and also I think through the reality of the fact that the normal job market's not that pretty right now,
Yeah.
it led him to make the leap, kind of do what he needed to do to uh, create the financial foundation to go make the leap and pursue his dream as an international basketball agent. And so he's in Rome for the next 6 months, living the dream. And I am, I think that's kind of the whole point here. So just wanted to share that. It was a good one.
It is, and Canyon, I can tell you've been instrumental in this because he's cannot say any enough good things about your time with him, your relationship with him. I think he's been really inspired, but in like with all the good way, like realistic, but also like inspiring. And I think he's really grateful for the support. And he's definitely
Good.
said that many, many times. So this is exactly what it is. Exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Thanks.
Yeah. And Pauline, I don't know if you perhaps have some of the feedback in front of you from the impact report that perhaps we can share some of the feedback from the athletes that we've had this year.
Yes, let me. Oh, I was on mute. Yes, I'm looking for it now. And yeah, we had Saman, but I think Saman and Katie's, who coached her, is also a really incredible success story because they became friends pretty much throughout their, and then they run together Ironman as a way to kind of close and top the coaching, I believe. And so that was also a really incredible when we see real life action, I guess, from like, something that started virtually. It's also very satisfying. I am trying to pull it up. And it's something we'll share with you. So if you want to get into some of the details and the exact wording and the testimonials, we will have that for you. Yep.
And also, I'd like to say that it's not always easy to share all the testimonials and story because a lot of the athletes still want to be fairly discreet about their experience and they want the confidentiality that we offer. So this is why sometimes it's also good to participate in the group coaching program because then you get to know them a little bit more personally, and you're part of that experience that we can always share publicly. Here is Trent.
Yeah, here is Trent Canyon actually. So this one is directly for you, I guess, as a big thank you.
Yeah. This is Petra. Petra is participating in our group coaching program and the one-on-one. She's came to some of our in-person events as well. She's definitely find some peace after she's done the program.
Yeah. And as we look through this, I'm curious if anyone else want to share what they are excited for next year or proud of. That was a great question, Martina.
I'll jump in. I really am excited about this new format for the group coaching with some of the self-paced elements, and then allowing us to get a little bit more interactive in the sessions. I think there's a lot of power in that space for everybody to um, have shared thinking, but also give them encouragement to speak up and connect. And at least from my experience, just seeing people actually share and interact really provides more sticky points for them, and allows them also to connect with other people. So I'm excited to see how the new iteration rolls out.
Thank you to those of you who participated as former athletes in the group coaching program, because that brings a lot of depth to what we do, and it helps the athletes really open up and share. Sometimes they're fairly shy about their own experience. They think that they're the only one going through what they're going through, and then suddenly they realize that someone who's been 15 years retired dealt with the exact same thing at that time. And so I think that has been really, and you guys have been very vulnerable about sharing your experiences, and I think that's been really helpful.
Yeah, Miriam, just to speak to that, I'm newer to the group and just started with the group coaching as a former athlete that retired 10 years ago. And it was really impactful, and seeing how the coaches manage those discussions and spaces was great for me as a former athlete, but also as an aspiring coach and someone that wants to be on the right side of this narrative change of how we treat our athletes as they retire. So really proud of me just being involved in that and getting into this room right now, and really excited to see what value I can add in 2026, especially as we think about the athlete advocacy and this business to business strategy with different agencies and leagues and cohorts and stuff that I think is really promising. So exciting stuff.
I will jump in and I will say I second what Ed said about the group coaching. I got a chance to participate this year. And I mean, I knew that we were awesome, but just experiencing it firsthand and getting to work with the wonderful coaches was amazing. So definitely do it. Even if you can't go to every session, pop in on a couple. It's just wonderful to really experience and interact with the athletes that we're benefiting. So that's great. I am really excited about the work that the clinical advisory team is doing. So Todd and Adam and Aaron, really building out, an education program, hopefully to pull more, not just mental health providers, but coaches into the fold, spreading what we do. I think that's going to be a huge impact and benefit to athletes and help us reach even more athletes. So I'm excited about the new energy. Every year we meet more wonderful people that come to our program to help. And so it's just such a blessing to have all of you and see where this goes.
Awesome. I don't know if I can top that as a conclusion. Go ahead. That was a great way to conclude.
Yeah.
Super. I think most people need to drop off or move to the next and get to the next meeting. And so thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. We'll be sharing the impact report, the schedule for next year. There's a lot of things coming that we're hoping to share before the end of the year. So that's coming. And spread the word about Athlete Soul and help us get to the next level.
Thank you, everybody. Happy holidays, and we'll talk next year, if not before, for our board members. All right. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.